My fiancée said, "My secret? I've been testing you this whole time to see if you're marriage material." After 3 years together, I responded, "How'd I do?" She said, "You failed." I replied, "Good thing I've been testing you too." You also failed. When she realized I was serious and the ring was already returned. Original post. I, 29 male, was having dinner with my fiancée, 27, at this Italian spot downtown when she dropped the bomb. "I need to tell you something," she said, putting down her fork. "I've been testing you, this whole relationship, to see if you're marriage material." I just stared at her. Remember when I needed $2,100 for my friend's bachelorette trip to Nashville? When I asked you to pay off my credit card that one time? When I said you couldn't go to your mom's birthday because I needed you home? Yeah, tests. All of them. To see if you'd be a good provider, if you'd prioritize me, if you were serious about us. The waiter brought dessert. I didn't touch it. And I asked. She looked almost disappointed. "You failed. You questioned the Nashville thing. You only paid half my credit card. You went to your mom's birthday anyway after I asked you not to. You're too independent. I need someone who puts me first without thinking about it." Something clicked in my brain. Cold clarity. "How'd I do?" I asked. "Overall score." "I just told you. You failed." I nodded, pulled out my phone, opened my notes app, turned it toward her. "Good thing I've been testing you too." Her face went blank. "What? You think you're the only one paying attention?" I started documenting around month 3 when you threw a tantrum because I wouldn't skip work to drive you to a nail appointment. That's not. Nashville trip. You wanted me to fund your friend's party while you had $3,800 in your savings account. I checked when you left your banking app open. Test result. Financially manipulative. Her mouth opened. Nothing came out. The credit card. You racked up $1,900 buying clothes and then cried that you couldn't make minimum payments. I paid $950 as a one-time thing. 2 weeks later, you bought a $400 purse. Test result. Fiscally irresponsible and dishonest. You're twisting everything. My mom's 60th birthday. You pretended to have a panic attack to make me stay home because you needed me. I went anyway, and you were fine. Posted on Instagram the whole time I was gone. Test result. Emotionally manipulative. She was turning red. You've been documenting me? 73 incidents over 34 months. Every tantrum, every manufactured crisis, every time you punished me with silent treatment for having boundaries. This is insane. You want your overall score? I scroll through my phone. You failed. Massively. And I returned the ring yesterday morning. Got $7,800 back. Full refund. Her eyes went wide. You can't just. Already did. We're done. I stood up, dropped $60 cash on the table for my half-plus tip, and walked out. She started blowing up my phone before I even got to my car. By the time I got home 20 minutes later, I had 14 missed calls and a text. "You're not breaking up with me over text. Come back now." I replied, "Wasn't over text. Was over dinner. Bye." Then I started moving. See, we didn't live together, thank God. But she had a key to my place, some stuff here, access to my Netflix, Spotify, HBO. Time to fix that. 11:47 p.m. Call my buddy who's a locksmith. "Owe me a favor. Can you come by tomorrow morning?" Emergency situation. Cheating. Worse. Emotional manipulation disguised as relationship tests. "Bro, I'll be there at 7 a.m. 11:53 p.m. Changed every password she had. Logged her out of everything. 12:04 a.m. Packed all her stuff. Wasn't much. Some clothes, toiletries, a hairdryer, couple books. Put it all in 2 boxes by the door. 12:31 a.m. She showed up. Started pounding on the door. "Open up. We need to talk." I opened the door with the chain on. "No, we don't. You can't just end 3 years like this. You ended it when you told me I failed your tests. I'm just accepting your evaluation. Your stuff's in boxes. Take them. I'm not taking anything. Let me in." Not happening. This is MY apartment 2. No, it's not. Your name's not on the lease. Never was. You have a key I gave you, which doesn't make it your legal residence. Her face twisted. You're being abusive. Using words you don't understand doesn't make them true. Take your boxes or don't. Locks change at 7 a.m. tomorrow. I close the door. She screamed outside for another 15 minutes before leaving. Didn't take the boxes. Update 1. Locksmith showed up at 7:03 a.m. Had new locks installed by 7:41 a.m. Cost me $280. Worth every penny. She started texting from different numbers when I blocked her. You're going to regret this. I can't believe you'd throw away what we had. My mom wants to talk to you. This is so immature. Ignored all of it. That afternoon, she showed up with her mom and sister. I watched through my security camera as they knocked for 10 minutes. Didn't answer. Her mom called my phone. I let it go to voicemail. She left a 3-minute message about commitment and working through problems and how her daughter deserves better than this. That evening, her best friend texted me a paragraph about how I humiliated my ex at a restaurant and she's devastated. I replied. She told me she'd been running psychological tests on me for 3 years and I failed. I told her the feeling was mutual. That's not humiliation, that's honesty. No response. Day 3, my ex tried a new approach. Showed up at my work. My office has security. She told the front desk she was my fiancée and needed to give me something urgent. Security called my extension. There's a woman claiming to be your fiancée with an urgent delivery. Ex-fiancée as of 3 days ago. I don't want to see her. Please have her leave. She's insisting. I went down to the lobby, not to talk to her, but to make sure security knew this wasn't welcome. She was standing there with flowers. Roses. My favorite, they weren't. We need to talk, she said. No. Leave. You didn't fail the tests. I was wrong. I was just scared in. Stop. You told me your honest assessment. I believed you. Now I need you to leave my workplace. But I love you. You love the idea of someone who'd fund your lifestyle without question. That's not me. Security, please escort her out. The guard stepped forward. She started crying. You're really doing this? In front of everyone. You showed up at my job uninvited. You did this. Leave. She left, but not before yelling, "You'll be sorry," in the lobby. 3 coworkers saw it. Embarrassing for both of us, honestly. That night, I got a Venmo request. From her. For $4,500. Description: emotional damages plus time wasted plus half the ring cost. I screenshot it, saved it in a folder, and declined it. She sent another request for $6,000 30 minutes later. You owe me for 3 years. Declined. Blocked her on Venmo. Here's where the family got involved hard. Her sister called me from a blocked number. You need to fix this. She's falling apart. She told me I failed her tests. What exactly am I supposed to fix? She didn't mean it like that. She was trying to communicate her needs. By lying and creating fake crises for 3 years? That's not communication. That's manipulation. You're being so dramatic. Every girlfriend tests their boyfriend. Then, every girlfriend can deal with their boyfriend leaving when they find out. I'm not interested in someone who treats relationships like experiments. She might hurt herself. That made me pause. If you genuinely believe she's a danger to herself, call 911. But you're not going to guilt me into taking back someone who spent years lying to me. I hung up. 2 days later, her mother showed up at my apartment building. Waited in the lobby until someone let her into the building. Came to my door. I didn't answer. She knocked for 20 minutes. Started yelling through the door. My daughter is broken because of you. You broke her heart over nothing. She was trying to build a future, and you abandoned her. I called building security. There's a woman in the hallway harassing me. She doesn't live here. Can you please remove her? They came up, escorted her out. She was screaming about me the whole way down the hall. My neighbors definitely heard that. But here's where it got weird. My ex filed a police report claiming I stole jewelry from her. Said she'd left her grandmother's necklace at my place, and I was refusing to return it. 2 cops showed up at my door 3 days later. Sir, we have a report you're withholding property. I'll let them in. Show them the boxes of her stuff I'd packed, still sitting by the door. Everything she left is right here. She refused to take it. You're welcome to go through it. They did. No jewelry. She's claiming specifically a gold necklace with an emerald. I've never seen anything like that. She's lying. Why would she lie? Because we broke up, and she's trying to cause problems for me. Check her Instagram. I bet her grandmother's wearing that necklace right now. The younger cop pulled up her grandmother's profile. There it was, wearing the necklace in a photo from 2 days ago. Yeah, we're not pursuing this, the older cop said. Ma'am's making false reports. Can you tell her to stop? We'll have a conversation with her about filing false claims. After they left, I texted my ex from a Google Voice number. Filing false police reports is a crime. Stop. Her response, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't reply, but I screenshot the exchange and saved it. Update 2. Week 2 was when the dirty tricks really started. My ex created a fake email pretending to be me and sent it to my boss. The email said I was dealing with personal issues and may need time off for mental health and apologize for any disruptions. My boss called me into his office. Did you send this? I read it. No, that's not even my email format. Check the sender address. It was from a Gmail account with my name, but random numbers. Obviously fake. Who would do this? My ex-fiancée. We broke up 2 weeks ago, and she's been escalating. I could provide documentation if you need it. Please do. I sent him screenshots of everything. The Venmo request, the false police report, the workplace visit, the text from different numbers. He forwarded it to HR. HR called me that afternoon. We're documenting this as harassment. If she contacts your workplace again, we'll pursue legal action. Good to have that backup. But she didn't stop. She started leaving 1-star reviews on my business's Google page. I run a small consulting side business. 7 reviews over 2 days, all from obviously fake accounts with names like disappointed client and victim of fraud. Unprofessional and dishonest. Took my money and disappeared. Emotionally abusive to women. Would give 0 stars if I could. I reported them to Google. Took 3 days, but they all got removed for violating TOS. Then her friends started a coordinated attack. 5 different people messaged me the same day with variations of, you know what you did was wrong, and she deserves an apology. I didn't respond to any of them. But one of them, her college roommate, went further. Posted on Facebook. Watching someone I love go through heartbreak because her ex is a narcissist who punished her for being honest about her feelings. Men really can't handle emotionally intelligent women. If you know my full name, maybe remind him that gaslighting is abuse. Tag me. Tag my family members she could find. Tag mutual friends. My brother saw it first. Call me. Wanted to handle this. No, I'll handle it. I commented on her post publicly. Hi, roommate's name. Since you've made this public and tagged my family, here's some context. My ex told me she'd been testing me for 3 years by creating fake crises to see if I'd prioritize her without question. She told me I failed her tests. I told her I'd been documenting her manipulative behavior, and she failed mine. Since then, she's filed a false police report, tried to get me fired, sent fake Venmo charges, and harassed me at work. I have documentation of all of this. Maybe ask your friend for the full story before calling someone you don't know a narcissist and abuser on social media. I attached screenshots, the Nashville money demand, the credit card situation, her text about me abandoning her for going to my mom's birthday. The post got 43 comments before she deleted it, but people screenshot it. It spread. Suddenly I was getting messages from mutual friends. Dude, I had no idea, and she told us you were controlling, and holy shit, she lied about everything. The narrative was shifting. She was losing the PR battle. That's when her mom tried to escalate legally. I got a letter from a lawyer's office demanding return of all gifts she gave me during the relationship, $3,700 value. Compensation for emotional distress, $5,000. Payment for therapy costs she incurred, $2,400. Total, $11,100. The letter gave me 10 days to respond, or they'd file suit. I called my cousin who's a lawyer. She read the letter and laughed. This is the weakest demand letter I've ever seen. Gifts aren't legally recoverable. Emotional distress requires proving intentional infliction, which she can't do. And therapy costs? Please, what should I do? I'll respond. Pro bono. This is too fun to charge you for. Her response letter was beautiful. Your client initiated the relationship dissolution by informing my client he had failed her multi-year psychological testing. My client's response was to accept this assessment and terminate the relationship. Your client has since engaged in a pattern of harassment including workplace interference, false police reports, defamatory social media posts, and numerous unwanted contacts. My client has extensive documentation of these behaviors. Regarding your demands, gifts are not legally recoverable under state law. No intentional infliction of emotional distress occurred. Therapy costs incurred after a mutual breakup are not recoverable damages. My client demands your client immediately cease all contact. Continued harassment will result in a restraining order and potential legal action for defamation, harassment, and malicious prosecution. My client will not be responding to further frivolous demands. We never heard back from that lawyer. But my ex didn't quit. She showed up at my gym, just watching from the cardio area while I lifted weights. Made eye contact. Smiled. It was creepy as hell. I told the gym manager, "That woman is my ex. We broke up 3 weeks ago. She's here to watch me, not work out. Unless she approaches you or causes a scene, I can't ask her to leave. She's a paying member. She joined yesterday, specifically to follow me here. I understand, but legally my hands are tied." I finished my workout and left. Joined a different gym the next day. $89 to break my contract. Worth it. But she found the new gym. I don't know how. Showed up there 3 days later. I walked out mid-workout, went straight to management. I have a stalker. My ex-girlfriend has now followed me to 2 gyms. I'm canceling my membership, and I need you to ban her from this location. We can't ban someone who hasn't broken rules here. She's stalking me. You need to get a restraining order. Then we can enforce it. Fine. Time to get a restraining order. Final update. I filed for a restraining order. In my state, you need to prove credible threat or pattern of harassment. I had false police report documented. Workplace harassment documented. Fake email to my boss documented. Fake Google reviews documented. 2 gyms she'd followed me to documented. Threatening texts from multiple numbers documented. Showing up at my apartment building after being told to leave documented. My cousin helped me prepare everything. We had a 3-inch binder of evidence. The hearing was scheduled for 2 weeks out. Temporary order was granted immediately, meaning she had to stay 100 yards away pending the hearing. She violated it within 24 hours. Showed up at my office building. Security called the cops. She got arrested. The hearing was incredible. She showed up with her mom and a lawyer. Looked like she'd been crying. The sympathy play. Judge asked her to explain why she'd been contacting me. "Your Honor, we were together for 3 years. I love him. He broke up with me out of nowhere, and I just wanted closure." My cousin stood up. "May I present evidence, Your Honor?" She handed the judge the binder. Tab 1. The restaurant conversation where my ex told me I failed her tests. Tab 2. Timeline of harassment incidents. Tab 3. Screenshots. Tab 4. Police reports. Tab 5. Arrest record from violating the temporary order. Judge spent 10 minutes reading. His expression shifted from neutral to annoyed to disgusted. "Ma'am, you told him he failed relationship tests you'd been conducting for 3 years. I was trying to communicate, and when he broke up with you, you filed a false police report about jewelry. That was a misunderstanding. You followed him to 2 gyms? I didn't follow him, You sent fake emails to his employer?" Her lawyer touched her arm. She went quiet. Judge looked at me. "Sir, you have a credible fear for your safety?" "Yes, Your Honor." She won't accept that the relationship is over. She's contacted me through multiple channels after being asked to stop. She's interfered with my employment. She's followed me to multiple locations. I don't know what she'll do next. Restraining order granted. 2 years. No contact, direct or indirect. 500-yard distance. Violation will result in arrest and criminal charges. He turned to her. "Ma'am, you need to move on. This relationship is over. Your behavior is not romantic, it's criminal. One more violation and you'll be facing serious charges. Do you understand?" She was crying. "Yes. And you're lucky he's not pressing charges for the false police report. Get therapy. Leave this man alone." Outside the courthouse, her mother tried to approach me. My cousin stepped between us. "The order includes you. Stay back. He's ruining her life. She ruined her own life. Walk away." They left. I stood there for a minute, just processing. It was done. Finally done. That was 6 weeks ago. I've had zero contact since. The restraining order scared her straight, apparently. Heard through mutual friends, who've mostly sided with me after seeing the evidence, that she's moved back to her hometown 2 hours away, living with her parents, working retail. Her friend group imploded after they learned she'd lied about everything. Her college roommate who made that Facebook post, she apologized to me privately, said my ex had manipulated her version of events, and she felt terrible. The lawyer her mom hired, he withdrew from representing her after seeing the evidence. Apparently told her she was lucky I wasn't countersuing for defamation. As for me, I'm doing okay. Better than okay. Actually, took that $7,800 ring refund and put it toward a down payment on a condo. My place now, completely mine. No shared keys, no unauthorized visitors, no looking over my shoulder. Started seeing a therapist, not because I'm broken, but because 3 years of hidden manipulation does something to your ability to trust. She's helping me spot red flags earlier. My brother set me up on a date last week. Went okay. Nothing serious, but it was nice to have a normal conversation with someone who didn't ask me to fund their friend's party as a test. Works good. My business recovered from the fake reviews and actually got more clients after the situation went public. Turns out people respect someone who documents everything and handles harassment legally. Funny thing, I got a message last week from my ex's sister. Not apologizing, just acknowledging. I didn't believe you at first. But watching her these past few weeks, seeing how she talks about you, the stuff she's saying now about teaching you a lesson, I get it. You weren't wrong. Sorry for the stuff I said. I didn't respond. Too little, too late. But it was validating. Learn some things through all this. Document everything. Those screenshots, those receipts, that timeline, it saved me legally and personally. When someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. She told me I failed her tests. I should have just said, cool, and left right then. Don't set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. Her version of love required me to have no boundaries. That's not love. Restraining orders exist for a reason. Don't hesitate to use legal tools when someone won't stop. The trash takes itself out. I didn't have to destroy her reputation or get revenge. She did it all herself by refusing to let go. That ring's the only thing I kept from the relationship. Not the ring itself. I returned it. But the receipt. Framed it and hung it in my home office as a reminder. $7,800 is a cheap price to pay for dodging a lifetime of manipulation. Best investment I ever made was getting that refund. To anyone in a similar situation, you're not crazy. If someone's testing you, they're not building a partnership, they're auditioning servants. Walk away. Document everything. Protect yourself. And if they tell you you failed their tests, believe them. Then pass the real test by leaving. I'm done being tested. Time to find someone who just wants to be with me. No experiments required. Cool.